You know what's funny is I've always thought that one interesting thing about DJ Vlad's channel, which obviously you end up referencing his stuff all the time, but is that he's sort of like realized in a lot of ways that you could have a rapper who's a fourth tier rapper who just happened to be around, a popular rapper for a couple years, but those stories that rapper has about the really famous rapper a lot of times could be things that millions of people are going to want to hear about, because people actually really are hungry for real shit, for stuff that will make them feel like they understand a Jay-Z on a level that, especially now with the way social media is and everything, it's like you're never going to get an uncut Jay-Z thing. Like Jay-Z does not allow himself to be on camera unless it's completely controlled. So when you do have a tiny thing like Jay-Z snatching the phone out of the guy's hand who was filming Beyonce, it's like, oh my God, like you get to see the real him. That's what famous people hide that from us these days. And like a lot of times, seizing upon that. But what's interesting is that you as an outsider, you've sort of been able to create like a whole thing out of sort of finding those nuggets without necessarily having that person come and tell you them directly.
Yeah, bro, for sure. I mean, like, real talk, I think what you say about me being like an outsider is like so important, because, like my thing is that like I roast people, I go in, I make fun of them, I diss people. Like, part of that is like I want my videos to just be mad entertaining, and like I want to give you all this information, but I want to like keep your attention with like fun little things. Yeah. But also I think, I know a lot of people like, I know there's aspects of my shtick and what I do that people don't like or like rubs people up the wrong way. But like, I think it's really important for hip hop to have an outsider voice. And like you say, like Jay-Z's whole existence is so stage managed that like you need a guy like me to come along and call him an elevator punching bag, because everyone else is too scared to do that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
that's so true.
And I like kind of made my peace a long time ago, as far as like, my objective isn't necessarily to like, get some clout and like befriend all of these rappers and like be hanging out with all the rappers. It's like I got to make the best video for the viewers that's going to just like make them laugh the most, that's going to say stuff that other people might be too scared to say about Jay-Z or Drake.
Do you
feel
like
reason?
Do you feel like you get away with it though, because you're in the UK, so you're like kind of chilling? You're like, oh, I'm not gonna be at the club. I don't have to worry about fucking Drake sending the OVO goons at me.
Yeah, that is kind of part of the benefit of being over here. Like real talk, like the kind of guy I am, like I don't get out much. Like exactly. Funny, this whole quarantine shit. Like I'm usually just sitting in my room writing a video anyway. Like I'm kind of a fucking boring dude. So I'm kind of not worried about running into people. No, but at the same time, like I roast everyone. Like I make the jokes. I go as hard as I can with that stuff. But like at the end of the day, I'm not in the business of exposing people with information that's not already out there. Like I don't go around messaging people and saying like, oh, who's got dirt on this person? I'm just making jokes out of stuff that's already there. You know what I mean? It's like the thing with Drake. It's like I roast him all the time for the young girl shit, but like that's all. You know what I mean? It's
public
like
information.
Everyone's saying it, and I'm saying the stuff that people are saying in the streets that they're joking about Drake with their friends.
I mean, I know so much more about Drake's dating life from watching your video, like, because it's all these little nuggets that are out there in the press and they're out there in the gossip rumor mill. But to see it all compiled back to back, it's like, dude, wow, really? I feel like this is giving me a portrait of this guy's dating life that I never had before.
Dude, I didn't know anything about this whole J-Lo, Smith thing. I mean, like I knew, I guess a little bit, but I guess I didn't really know. I actually just sent that video to my girl earlier because we were talking about just like Georgia Smith and just like her musical like trajectory, I guess. And she was just like, she felt like Drake stifled her career, and that like, since Drake doesn't fuck with her, like that's why that's why she's not like mainstream famous. And I was like, I didn't really have a stance on what she said, but I just sent her your video. I was like, I learned a lot about that situation from this video.
That's kind of the game you play though, right? Like when you sort of like, when you massively accelerate your career by associating yourself with a massive artist, you're like, you're playing with fire, because on the one hand, you're getting all of that bonus free clout from fucking around with Drake, and whatever you're doing with him behind the scenes, behind closed doors, is all well and good. But like, unless you're going to marry Drake and you're gonna be the dude that is going to be, or the chick that's going to be in with Drake forever, the relationship's probably going to sour at some point. And then like, what are you going to do when your career is kind of going a little bit left? Like, should you blame that on Drake? But you wanted the free clout that came with messing with Drake. So I don't know. But yeah, bro, I'm glad you like that video.
Dude, another one too was when you were telling a story about how Eminem got sued by like the dude because he fucking like pistol whipped him or something like that. That was crazy.
Oh shit, yeah, bro.
Fucking,
yeah, that's a classic story. There's a lot of classic Eminem stories, man. It's
yeah, right. Like
he's another dude that like you never get any real shit from him now. You only see Eminem when it's very carefully curated.
Yeah.
So people love being able to see him. Even I was watching the that LA Originals documentary on Netflix the other night, and he's just hanging out in the tattoo shop, and I'm like, it's so weird to imagine Eminem just hanging out in a tattoo shop. Like you would never have that, and you would never let him just stick a camera in his face. You know, it's like
hell no.
these celebrities these days, they just don't operate on that level because they can't take the chance. You know?
Yeah, because
Crazy, it's the weirdest thing, man. You think like these celebrities that are especially like the top tier rappers, they're just like they're portrayed to be these idols, but like they're in the crib farting, shitting like anyone else. You know what I mean?
Man.
And it's just like. It's such a weird experience, especially when you consider like the new era of artists that aren't really doing that. They're more focused on like being in your face all the time. Like, you know, the Migos are like, there's always a new piece of content or a feature or something from Migos. Like Offset's fucking uploading 4-hour gaming videos now and shit. Like,
right.
That's crazy.
It's like the new media celebrities and rappers are just like constantly shoving content in your face, but like the legacy ones, they're just protecting themselves.
Right.
You know?
Like Migos have put themselves in a very different category of like just inundating the industry with their work. Like nobody puts out more verses. Like it's not like they're thinking like, oh damn, like take off, like you already did 35 fucking verses this week, like maybe you shouldn't go to another 35 features. It's just like, but with Drake, it's like, you know, every Drake feature is a moment. You know, it's like it's very curated. You know what I think is funny is about people like worrying or like thinking you should worry about what Drake thinks of you. It's like from your perspective as somebody who prior to this did not have a lot going on, it's like if you get to the point where Drake is actually upset with you,
or Drake even knows who you are,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You've officially like reached like an upper echelon status in society compared to where you were before, and maybe you could find a way to make the relationship better from there. But I mean, I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah,
bro. I always say, like, people say to me, like, bro, aren't you scared of like a rapper like that's heard one of your jokes like pulling up on you? And like, you know what I mean? I'm not
best
like
video ever right there. That's the best video ever.
Well, that's the best video ever. But also I say, like, if a rapper's got a problem with something I've said about them, if they pull up on me, I'm straight up apologizing straight away. I'm apologizing on site because I don't want to smoke with anyone. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I would hope that they could like understand and not understand, but like appreciate that. Just like, I'm just a fucking comedian. I'm just out here cracking jokes. I don't really want smoke with people. What fucking props do you get by like beating me up? Look at me.
Yeah, like I don't feel like, and obviously I don't think it like hurt his career all that much, but I don't think like Russ really got a lot of W from the fans for sending people after me, or for the thing with Guap Dad, because it always sort of reads that way. It's like, why is this a rich celebrity sort of picking on a guy who's just like a funny guy on the internet?
I will say,
totally, bro.
I will say, nobody talked shit about him anymore.
Russ?
No.
I think the
bro,
fans
my next
do.
video is a Russ video. My next video is on Russ.
About him getting niggas beat up?
No, it's kind of about why everyone hates him, but like also it's a crossover thing. Basically, I'll give you the.
I need the private link. I need the early link.
Yeah, I'll hit you. No,
before it's done. I need a draft.
Half done. I'll stream me doing it. But no, I'm doing a thing about why everyone hates Russ. But like, I don't know if you know, we've got a Russ in the UK who everyone also hates.
Right.
So I didn't know.
I didn't know he was hated, but I knew you had another one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's hated. Okay. He's hated. So I'm doing a video. It's kind of like why everyone hates anyone called Russ, and then like the two Russes beef with each other as well. So it's like a sort of Russception type shit going on.
Russ on Russ violence.
But yeah, bro, I remember seeing the video about him sending his goons for you, and like he seems to be sending the goons. I watched the one where they put the beats on Smoke Perp as well, because I talk about that in the video, and it's like,
and Guap
I don't know how much. And Guap Dad, yeah, bro. I don't know how much bragging rights there are to fucking send in your miscellaneous goons.
See, but listen,
no disrespect to Russ, but the thing I think is funny is that Southside never got beat up by Russ's goons.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wonder why.
It's weird. Like, what's the difference?
He's like, Smoke Perp in London. Fucking Guap Dad by himself in Texas.
Yeah,
you know?
Maybe it's the like 50. Maybe it's like the 500 guns the Southside's always showing on Instagram Live. That might be part of it.
Yeah,
I need more guns. guns.
not
That's
that
all I
impressive.
know, yeah.
But
Yeah.
isn't like Southside is like, doesn't Russ people know like 21 Savage's people and they're cool with?
That's all Atlanta stuff. So
Yeah, that's
there's
what I'm
probably
saying.
some
That's also
connections there. But I mean,
he's not running up on none of the Atlanta.
They were
niggas.
going crazy on each other for a minute though. Like
If 21
Southside was
Savage came
wilding.
out and was like "fuck Russ," like he's not.
No, they were in the strip club together. You
That's
remember
what I'm
that
saying.
footage? Yeah, that was fire.
But I'm saying like
that
if
was so funny.
That was kind of fire. That gave him like. See, you guys are acting like he didn't get cool points. He got a little cool points. I'm sorry.
No, but I don't think anybody really cared about the nail salon beating. I don't think.
No,
he,
not
like,
you. Well, there was no video of you, but like there's a video of them in Smoke Perp and like him vividly like punking Smoke Perp after they saw him again, and then they were like, "What's up, nigga?"
Well,
and
I just want to say this is that within rap, I mean, I think Lil Dicky is another good example of it. Where I don't think
my Messiah,
I don't
my Lord
think.
and Savior.
I mean, his show is amazing. There's no denying that. But this is the thing: is that it's like I don't think most rappers really like have heard Lil Dicky's music. I don't think they really care about his rapping, but most rappers can tell that Lil Dicky is pretty popular and successful. So to the average rapper, they don't give a fuck about what his music actually sounds like. They just know he's popular and successful. So they fuck with that. To most rappers, success is the name of the game. They don't really give a fuck about. And so with Russ, it's like I don't think 21 Savage most likely has really spent that much time listening to Russ's music, but Russ is very successful. So to 21 Savage, it's pretty much like, hey,
right, you lit, you're lit,
cool.
I'm lit.
You're lit. It's cool. Like let's chop it up.
I think the smartest thing Russ has done though is he's played like everyone fucking hating Russ to his advantage so well, because the fact is, and this is kind of the point that I'm making that video, is that at the end of the day, it's like people tweeting and saying fuck Russ. It's only a net win for Russ, because if you already didn't like Russ, you're already going to think fuck Russ. If you already liked him, you're going to be even further incensed to be like, no, like Russ is the guy. And if you'd never heard of him, well, now you've heard of Russ. So
but it's weird. It's like you have Russ's fans who, for the most part, I don't think are the kind of people who give two shits about an Adam 22 beef or a Smoke Perf beef. But then you have like the mainstream rap world, the online rap fans, who are the types of people that are way more interested in something like the Russ Adam 22 Smoke Perf type beef. But those are the types of people who probably mostly know about Russ from the drama and from the beef, and maybe aren't necessarily the people who are most likely to listen to his music. But I mean, I'm of the opinion that like Russ is better. Like him having that level of controversy is probably still a net win for him, because it's still going to cause people to, that familiarity is still going to be the thing that forces people to check out your music video or listen to your album regardless,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I think it's smart, man. I think the clout chasing game is, it's
name of the game, man.
Tough cookie to crack, but it's exactly, man. Adam, like you must see a lot of people, coming and going to interviews, and like, the moves that people make on the come up, getting in beefs, getting in fights, like the rule book changes on such a daily basis, man.
Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.